What does your portfolio look like? Today, I'm going to be reviewing your graphic design, UX design, brand design portfolios that you've sent to me through a comment on my community post. We're going to react, we're going to review, and I might even suggest some little things that you can do to better your portfolios if you want to take it. But the main thing is we're going to look at some insanely cool designs and some cool Framer websites, thanks for sponsoring. If you'd like your portfolio featured, then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below where you can see my community posts when I ask for a link to your portfolio. Let's go. So Leica, I'm going to call you that. So your portfolio, what I appreciate is how basic it is, but the problem is that it's also basic in my opinion, but that means nothing when we have a look at the work. So let's have a look. This one's got my attention. Boxed 7, visual identity. Okay, so you started off with the brand guidelines. That's interesting. Yeah, I love the logo. It's very boxy as you want, and the type is insane. The X in the middle is kind of centered, so it looks really cool. And the color scheme is quite popping. It's just going out there, isn't it? Love the box as well. I'm not sure what this is for. Offering distinct themed gift boxes. Okay. Yeah, I think you've got this down really well. I like the mock-ups that you're choosing here. And you've chosen a bunch of really nice ones like this one, lively, energetic, creative. I'm sure, is this a real project? Because I think it's really cool. Let's have a look at your other work. Mark's branding. Okay, Mark branding, so fresh. Let's have a look. Now you see here, I love the fact that you're showing like a sort of presentation, but the problem is you're showing sort of a presentation. So for me, I'm just like, I really want to just get into the meat of it. I love to see the process behind it too. And what we see here is that a lot of mock-ups are being used, and that works great for presentations. But for me personally, I love to go into portfolios and have a look at how something was made, like the sketches in the background and how you did it. Really bright and colorful. Love the colors in this, dude. It's really nice. Logo designed for an Asian food company. Okay, wok and roll. I love that. What I really appreciate is how it's got an element of cleanliness to it. So it's like really minimal, but it's also got this nice rustic type. And I love the colors, makes sense. Really illustrative, really full of personality. Aggro, that's interesting. The G is very interesting. Jose's Kitchen. I love this little fella. It's like you've got very different styles going on all the way through, especially for this one for oval. I love how you've chosen this sort of windowed effect into the design. Makes a lot of sense. My only problem with this is that is not good for contrast. I can't see this in contrast. What I love about Framer is that you can actually create this very easily, even if you're coming from a different place, like a different service provider. You can go into Framer as you're working through a template, and then edit it to your heart's content. Because your work pages are pretty good. I really like it. But for me, I think the problem that I'm having is that there's no introduction about you, and I want to get to know you. Your work is great, but if I don't know anything about you, then why would I work with you, is my thought. I don't know. You've got a lot of work in here that's really cool, so well done. Let's go to the next one. I'm passionate about understanding the factors that shape the world around us. Okay, instantly, the experience. Ooh, I like it. This cursor, it's indicative of Framer websites. I like that, but there might be a bit too much easing for me. Oh, there's some really satisfying animations on the hover there. I really do like that. Let's have a look. It's like having a chef buddy next to you. Okay, ManQ. Yeah, I love how you show like the overall brand on the phone with a mock-up at first. That's really cool. Full screen too. I'm all about that. There's a lot of information here, and I don't really look at UX portfolios a lot. With this information, does it make it too much? Is it just too much information? I don't know. I love the fact that you've put it all in here. It's more like a case study, this, isn't it? I like this too. Showing your Fig Jam board. I like that. Yeah, you're showing the problem. I like that, but there's not much imagery. But I guess that's different with app development. There's a lot of information that you have to explain in your portfolio. So I'm no expert in app development portfolios at all. I really love the way that you're showing the data and how you've come to the ideas that you have. Oh my goodness, it keeps going. What? The user flow. Man, I do not envy you. You must love doing user flows. Although I think some people find this, therapeutic in a way. For me, this would like destroy my mind. Here's some wireframes. I love to see this. This is where clients love to see the behind the scenes. When you show work at any point, really important to show the behind the scenes, whether it's like a wireframe or just a sketch for a logo, and then your explanation. Nope, that's okay. You got the visual identity straight away. I like that. Final product. This is like a case study, dude. You've done such a good job. Wow. That's really nice. You've gone from all the parts of it. If I was you though, there's one thing I would do is I would have a different page altogether, or like a link to go and have a view at the visual identity, and then you can go right in there and properly in detail check it out. I might be completely biased to that because I do visual identities and I don't create apps or do app development, so take that with a heap of salt, because I am, you know, a brand identity designer. So I love how this animates in. I do love it. You're getting your personality and character straight into the site, and I like that. Let's view your graphic design projects. I want to see them. Ooh, in 2021, Kraft launched a plant-based variation of their famous Kraft macaroni. I don't believe we have this in the UK, but in Australia and America, you do. And after seeing their packaging design, I felt as though Kraft missed an opportunity to appeal to the demographic that would be interested in consuming this new product. Okay. A vegan version. I want to see what you did. So which one? I'm guessing this is the Kraft one that they did. And did you do this? This is pretty cool. I like the vegan label. It's really clear and distinct, but I don't see the before and after, so it's hard for me to tell, and I've never seen it before. First brand concept for Madai Cafe. So Kung Fu tea and Share tea. So different teas. I like it. Okay, the logo itself is really illustrative. It kind of looks like an ice cream carrot. You know, it's got the ice cream cone, but it also looks like a carrot with the stem on top. And a fish. Lovely mock-ups. Yeah, for food and tea restaurants, I think you can get away with like lovely ornate personality driven logos, right? Like this. It's specific to a certain sector of the market. A lot of people hate it when we say simplify a logo. However, a logo is meant to be simple in essence, but the reason for that is so that when different technologies come about, we can apply it to those different technologies. People can memorize it. However, over the past few years, we've seen a huge resurgence in having more detailed design in a logo, and it does work. It works particularly for a consumerist level in a shop or for food where you need that personality to stand out. Also shows a bit more of authenticity, because we see minimal or clean logos as like dystopian or corporatized in some way as well. If you're wondering how designers have created these certain websites where they look really flowing, you've got the custom cursor, you would think there's a lot of code going on, but it's not the case. This is actually a Framer website, and I use Framer for our own website. Boom, Framer. We've got a custom cursor. You can see we've got all these effects, including this one. Now, Framer is insane, not because it's just another website builder, but it's actually insane because this is done without coding on a design level. There's no development or coding at all, which is insane. You can do crazy stuff like this where you can show the work, click it, go in, and you get all these different animations, no coding whatsoever. In fact, I can show you on my design, on my actual Framer page here, what it looks like with the different breakpoints. Framer's great because all this done without coding. I love it. But also there's a new feature, and they keep adding new features every month or so, probably more than that. This new one's called shaders, and it's insane. Look, if I click on this, boom, we've got a shader. And this is really easy to change and add and do all the sorts of crazy things with it. If I just go to insert, go down to shaders, I'm going to bring in this liquid gradient and just drop it in here. I'm just going to go up to here and make it fit everywhere by just making it pin it to the different corners of my stack. Now look at that, that's insane. This is directly inside of Framer, and you can change this. You can go wild if you want. You can just do all these crazy things. Look at that, wild. And they've got a bunch of different shaders as well. We've got this one, which is chromatic aberration, where we can change it and do some crazy things. You see this swirl one and how it animates throughout. Look at that, that's insane. Now the main thing is that Framer is completely free to download, and they're sponsoring this video. And if you'd like 1 month of Framer Pro for completely free, then use the code linked here or in the description. Scout Duncan. I think this is another Framer website. What I love is I've seen an image of you. You're a creative thinker, problem solver, visual designer. It's instantaneous. I love that. You can definitely tell your personality straight away. I like it how you haven't gone for like a scroll effect. A lot of the time, people love to go for scroll effects, like as you're going down, just to smooth it out. But I quite like the fact that you haven't. Your website is really nicely laid out. I like it. Very bright. You've got the orange in there. I like it. My brand color is also orange. Okay, let's look at Merit. So I guess this is a website that you've done as well. I love it. Final concept, templates. There's a lot of templates there. If I were you, I'd just pick a couple of different ones that are so visual, because I'm getting overwhelmed looking at this personally. But I love the information that you've put in here. And again, I'm a visual designer, or as yourself, I'm a brand identity designer. So when I'm creating templates, or if I'm doing a website thing, sharing it must be a bit of a difficult thing to do on a website itself, because it's websites within websites. But I love the way that you've shown the persona images and everything else. Your website is really smooth. I like it. Okay, Cloud Extend website. I love these jump to sections like price, design, table. Let's have a look. I love that scroll. Having different tiers of subscription. I think the main thing is that you're jamming in full pages into this and it becomes hard to see, but that's just me personally. Persona image design, love that. It's in line with the brand as well. I love those persona images. Product use illustrations. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, so again here, these are a bit blurry. I would just unblur them if possible. Love the information that you're putting out. Nice. Okay, next designer. Tumul Thakur. I have butchered your name as well. Let's have a look. I think this is another Framer website. You know, your cursor is really cool. It's got this lag effect there. That's really satisfying. Can I make it so? Oh, that's really satisfying, actually. I'm going to do this. Okay, scroll down. Oof. Experience. Portfolio. Do you know, I actually really like that. It shows you're going maximal instead of minimal. And I love the fact that, first of all, I can see you. Brilliant. I love that you share what you do. And I love that you got a link here. I think you need a contact button here. View projects is great, but we found great success in having a contact button directly here instead of viewing projects, because when people come on here, for me, they might scroll down and we've got a contact button everywhere. We've got 1, 2, 3. So no matter where they go, so as soon as they want to talk to you, they can just get straight in there. Okay, let's have a look at your portfolio. I'm a versatile designer with experience, video editing, you do a lot. Oh, you've got these things. A lot of people do this, and I don't know if it works or not, but it'd be cool to see an animation pop up. You can see I'm just playing with the cursor right now. I'm just enjoying the cursor experience. I like it how you're showing all the clients here, but I want to see some proper work. Okay, featured works. Let's have a look. It goes to your Instagram. Okay, or it goes to an Instagram. It goes to a video on YouTube. Okay, so branding. So there seems to be a disconnect here. For me, I would love to see your work on this website in your brand image of how you do it. Again, I'm not trying to use my website as like the monolith of how everyone should do it, because I don't think that's the case. I think everyone's unique, but I found great success personally by, in my website, simply showing the first image of like the thing and then breaking it down. How did we get there? Including some interesting visuals that are unique to that project. You know, people love this sort of thing, and it's just very simplistic in nature. And we've had a lot of success in doing this with some maybe information in between, you know. Does this take me to Behance? Yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't have this take you to Behance. That's not good for SEO. You want all of your design and everything in one website, and it's super easy in Framer. Literally all you need to do is when you want to create a new website, let's just press this plus button. It will take me to a new page. And if you're worried about CMSs or how to get your work in, just when you open up a new document, it will take you to a template page. Let's do portfolio and let's have a look at this one. Open up this template and just add in your work and change all the elements. Because your projects, I believe, are all linking out of your website, and for SEO, that's good, and for a user experience, it isn't. But, big but, I love the page itself. I think it's a cool animation coming down. I love the fact that your portfolio animation works there nicely. I love that we get to know a little bit more about you, your experience, and everything else. And I do like the fact that you have a contact page at the bottom as well. That's really cool. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, press that subscribe button. We've got some insane content lined up over the next few weeks and months, and we'd love you to check it out and to see it when it happens. And to do that, you subscribe down below. It's free and it means the world to me when you do. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you soon.